Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Seiko, one of the most storied and beloved watchmakers on the planet. From rugged divers to elegant dress watches to cutting-edge GPS solar technology, Seiko has built a legacy unlike any other brand in horology. These are 10 of the very best Seiko watches ever made. Timepieces that have earned cult followings, defined entire categories, and proven beyond any doubt that Japanese watchmaking stands shoulder to shoulder with the finest in the world. Whether you're brand new to Seiko or a lifelong devotee, this list has something for everyone. Let's get started. Number 10. Seiko Prospex Turtle. The Seiko Prospex Turtle is one of those watches that earns its nickname honestly. The distinctive cushion-shaped case really does evoke the silhouette of a turtle, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. But don't let the playful nickname fool you. This is a serious dive watch in every measurable way. Water-resistant to 200 meters, powered by the reliable and robust 4R36 automatic movement with a 41-hour power reserve, and wearing a no-nonsense unidirectional bezel, the Turtle is built for the water and built to last. The large case wears with a confident, chunky presence on the wrist that dive watch enthusiasts absolutely love. Available in an ever-growing palette of dial colors, from striking blue and green to classic black, the Turtle has become one of the most customizable and personalizable watches in the Seiko lineup, with an enormous aftermarket community of fans creating strap and dial combinations. It's affordable, it's dependable, and it has a character all its own. The Seiko Prospex Turtle retails for approximately $475 USD. Number 9. Seiko Prospex Samurai. If the Turtle is the laid-back member of the Prospex dive family, the Samurai is its sharper, more angular sibling. The Seiko Prospex Samurai takes its name from the distinctive angular case design. Sharp lugs, defined edges, and a bold overall geometry that sets it apart from every other diver on the market. It's a design that polarizes opinion, and that's precisely why its fans are so passionate about it. Beneath that striking exterior lies the same dependable 4R35 automatic movement, offering 40-plus hours of power reserve and Seiko's trademark day-date complication. Water-resistant to 200 meters with a crisp unidirectional bezel, the Samurai is every bit the capable tool watch its name implies. The sunburst dials, particularly in deep blue and vibrant teal, catch the light beautifully and give the Samurai a genuine sense of drama. For those who find most dive watches a little too conventional, the Samurai offers something genuinely different. The Seiko Prospex Samurai retails for approximately $425 USD. Number 8. Seiko SKX AN07. Few watches in the history of affordable horology have achieved the legendary status of the Seiko SKX AN07. Though officially discontinued in 2019, the SKX7 remains one of the most talked about, sought after, and beloved budget dive watches ever produced, and for very good reason. For years, it was the go-to recommendation for anyone looking to get into mechanical watches without spending serious money. 200 meters of water resistance, an automatic movement, a proper unidirectional bezel, a comfortable bracelet, and that iconic deep blue dial and bezel combination that made it unmistakable on the wrist. The 7S26 movement inside isn't a technical marvel, but it is legendarily reliable and has powered millions of watches across decades of daily wear. The SKX 007 proved that you didn't need to spend hundreds, let alone thousands, to own a real, capable, genuinely good-looking dive watch. Its legacy lives on in every Seiko dive watch that followed it. Available on the pre-owned market for approximately $150–$250 USD, and worth every penny. Number 7. Seiko 5 Sports SRPD Series. The Seiko 5 Sports SRPD series is the spiritual successor to everything the original Seiko 5 line stood for. Honest, unpretentious, well-made automatic watches at prices that are almost impossibly fair. The SRPD models brought a design overhaul to the classic formula. Sharper cases, improved bracelets, better finishing, and a much wider variety of dial and color options that genuinely excite collectors. At the heart of each SRPD is the 4R36 movement, offering 41 hours of power reserve, a hand-winding and hacking seconds function, a significant upgrade over the older 7S series found in the original Seiko 5 lineup. Day-date display, 100 meters of water resistance, and a Hardlex crystal round out a package that frankly shouldn't exist at this price point. Whether you opt for the clean sports models, the field watch-inspired variants, or the bold, colorful options inspired by streetwear culture, the SRPD series has a personality for every taste. If you want your first automatic watch and you're on a tight budget, the conversation starts and very nearly ends here. The Seiko 5 Sports SRPD series retails for approximately $250–350 USD. Number 6. Seiko Presage Cocktail Time. Step away from the dive watches for a moment and allow the Seiko Presage Cocktail Time to introduce itself, because this watch is something altogether different and altogether special. The Cocktail Time series draws its design inspiration from the shimmering, layered visual world of Japanese cocktail culture, and the result is a dial unlike almost anything else in this price range. Lacquer-finished dials in colors inspired by classic cocktails, champagne, white birch, and the iconic deep starlight, catch and refract light with a depth and richness that stops people mid-conversation. The applied hour markers in elegant leaf-shaped hands complete a portrait of genuine refinement. Powered by the 4R35 automatic movement and wearing a stainless steel case on a leather strap, the Presage Cocktail Time transitions effortlessly from casual Friday to formal occasions. This is the watch that introduces people to what Seiko is truly capable of in the design space. And the reaction is almost always the same. Genuine astonishment at the value on offer. The Seiko Presage Cocktail Time retails for approximately $350–450 USD. Number 5. Seiko Alpinist SRB 0017. The Seiko Alpinist SRB 007 is one of the greatest watches Seiko ever made, and its discontinuation remains one of the most lamented decisions in recent watch history. Originally developed in 1959 for Japanese mountaineers, the Alpinist concept carried a functionality-first philosophy: internal compass bezel, crown at the 4 o'clock position for better wearability under gloves, and a robust case capable of withstanding demanding outdoor conditions. The SRB 017 executed this vision with a level of fit and finish that felt extraordinary for its price. A rich green sunburst dial, applied markers, sapphire crystal, and beautifully finished case. The 6R15 automatic movement inside delivered reliable timekeeping with 50 hours of power reserve. Today, the SRB 77 commands a premium on the secondary market well above its original retail price, a testament to just how highly it is regarded by those who know. If you find one in good condition, buy it without hesitation. Available pre-owned for approximately $400–700 USD, depending on condition. Number 4. Seiko SPB 143. The Seiko SPB 143 represents the modern Prospex line operating at the height of its ambitions. A professional-grade dive watch with a level of specification and finishing that competes far above its price point. Part of the 1968 Mechanical Divers 200-meter reinterpretation line, the SPB 143 pays homage to one of Seiko's most iconic vintage diver references while bringing it fully into the present. The deep blue sunburst dial and matching bezel give it an undeniable elegance rare in dive watches, while the screw-down crown, 200-meter water resistance, and Seiko's 6R35 movement, delivering a remarkable 70-hour power reserve, confirm it as a serious instrument. Sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, a solid caseback, and a beautifully finished bracelet with deployant clasp complete a package that, frankly, looks and wears like a watch costing significantly more. This is Seiko, at its most confident and most accomplished. The Seiko SPB 143 retails for approximately $850 USD. Number 3. Seiko Astron GPS Solar. The Seiko Astron GPS Solar occupies a category entirely of its own, because no other watch at any price point does exactly what the Astron does in quite the same way. In 1969, Seiko produced the world's first quartz watch. In 2012, they launched the world's first GPS solar watch, and the Astron was the result of that breakthrough. The concept is as elegant as it is impressive. The watch uses GPS satellite signals to synchronize its time to atomic accuracy anywhere on the planet, then powers the entire system using nothing but light, indoors or outdoors. No battery changes, no manual adjustments when crossing time zones, no drift over decades of wear, Just perfect time, always. The modern Astron lineup wears beautifully, with lightweight titanium cases and sophisticated dial designs that feel worthy of the technology inside. For frequent travelers, professionals, or anyone who simply wants a watch that is always, unfailingly correct, the Astron is in a class by itself. The Seiko Astron GPS Solar retails for approximately $900–$2,500 USD depending on configuration. Number 2. Seiko King Seiko SPB279. The King Seiko name carries immense weight in the world of Japanese horology. Originally launched in 1961 as an ultra-precise dress watch designed to rival the finest Swiss offerings of the era, and succeeding admirably, the King Seiko nameplate was revived in 2021 to enormous enthusiasm from collectors and enthusiasts worldwide. The SPB279 is among the finest expressions of that revival. Its case architecture is a masterclass in Seiko's legendary Zaratsu polishing technique, a hand-finishing process that produces mirror-flat surfaces with razor-sharp transitions between brushed and polished facets that must be seen in person to be fully appreciated. The silver dial is understated and exquisite, with applied hour markers and a day-date window integrated with quiet elegance. Inside beats the 6R31 movement with a 70-hour power reserve. The King Seiko SPB279 is not a watch for everyone. It speaks softly, rewards close attention, and suits those who understand that the highest expression of craft often comes without flash or fanfare. The Seiko King Seiko SPB279 retails for approximately $1,200 USD. Number 1. Seiko Marine Master 300. There can only be one at the top of a Seiko list, and the Marine Master 300 earns that position with authority. This is Seiko's flagship professional dive watch, the watch that sits at the pinnacle of over 6 decades of dive watch development and heritage, built to standards that leave no room for compromise. The Marine Master 300 is rated to 300 meters of water resistance and engineered to meet the exacting requirements of actual professional diving use. The titanium case keeps it light on the wrist, despite its substantial presence, while the ceramic unidirectional bezel and sapphire crystal handle whatever the ocean or daily life can throw at it. At the heart of the Marine Master beats the 8L35 automatic movement, an in-house Seiko caliber built and regulated to extraordinary standards, running at 28,800 vibrations per hour, with a 50-hour power reserve and precision finishing you can admire through the display case back. The dial is a study in purposeful excellence, deep, rich, luminous, and perfectly readable under any conditions. The bracelet and clasp engineering alone would justify spending serious attention on this watch. The Marine Master 300 isn't just the best dive watch Seiko makes. It's one of the finest dive watches anyone makes, at any price. The Seiko Marine Master 300 retails for approximately $2,500 USD and represents extraordinary value for what it delivers.